Well, looking at the design with visual aids off, this is going to be pretty boring. I'm going to go into Photoshop for just a moment to try and add a little visual appeal. Photoshop is starting up, and let's go create a new. This is not going to be 1 pixel by 1 pixel. I'm going to go back to inches. I think I'll create something that is, say, 5 inches by, I think I'll say 9 inches. And it has created that. Of course, this is selected on the crop item. I'm going to click off of that. Okay. I'm going to set my foreground color, I don't know, some shade of red. You can select whatever color you want for your foreground. The background color really needs to be black. And that is almost black. That's close to black. Now that's black. I can see all the hex code items are black. And I think I'll find my paint bucket. I'll just throw a little red in there. Now I'm looking for the gradient tool. And my gradient is set up with the little first item there. And I'm going to hold the shift key down, so I'm going to draw a straight line, but I'm just going to kind of click and draw a line. And if that's not what you want, you can do a Command Z. Maybe you want one that goes the entire range. Maybe you want one that is relative. Now that is way too short. But you can play with this a little bit until you get pretty much the gradient that you want. And that's what I want. Okay. I'm going to take this single column marquee tool. That sounds like the craziest thing ever. But I'm going to take the single column and I'm going to move my mouse pointer above where this item is and just kind of click. I have selected one single column. I'm going to crop this guy down. And I can do a Command D to drop the marching ants. And I can kind of see what this thing looks like. All right. I'm going to save for web. Don't want GIF. I think I'll try a PNG 24. Mine's coming out to 455 bytes. That is relatively small. Yours may be a different number. I'm going to say OK. And this is going to my images. I'm going to call this slide to black.png. It is images only. I'll say save. Well, it's noticing I already have this thing in there because I already did this. I had to say replace. You, on the other hand, probably will not have to say replace. I am done with Photoshop, so I'm going to say quit. I'm not going to save changes because this thing was real fast and easy to create, and I can do it again in just a heartbeat. Okay, we're ready for the next video.